It's Test match history.
Oh, beautiful stroke, beautiful stroke. And he's done it.
The fourth day of the second Cornhill Test match at Lord's, a day that was always likely to be decisive, with both sides fighting for the advantage. Well, they were lucky today because the morning dawned very well and sunshine was with us when the players came out onto the field. A splendid day with the sun beating down by the time the first over was bowled. 253 for 6, the Australians at the start of play. Marsh and Bright, the not-out batsmen, and the pitch, well, it was always likely that it would take a little bit of turn, and Botham lost no time in testing that. He brought John Embury on for the first over. Here he is now bowling to Rodney Marsh, no addition to the overnight total, and your commentators, Tom Graveney and Tony Lewis, but first of all, Peter West.
It's a fine shot and it's through for 4. Giving himself a bit of room, bit short.
Beautiful shot this by Rodney Marsh. Little bit short, wide outside the off stump. And Rodney Marsh really cracks that in the middle. Rodney Marsh really cracks that in the middle.
Success for Graham Dilly. Well, that's a better start for him, and very abrupt end for Rod Marsh. Third ball with the new ball, and that's the breakthrough that Ian Botham really wanted.
This really was astonishing. I would think pitching middle and off and hitting middle. Complete misjudgment here. And a tremendous, tremendous start for England. The danger man on his way back into the pavilion.
47 to Rod Marsh, and a very useful innings indeed. Got the edge, didn't carry. Well, Rod Marsh and Kim Hughes may be doing some arithmetic, or maybe some geometry, all about the LBW decision, who knows. Could be the crossword. Well, this is a difficult day for Ray Bright.
And a very good over from Bob Willis this. That bounced and went right through Ray Bright.
Over the top, and away it goes. Well, that's bad luck for Graham Dilly. Both these Australian batsmen really struggling at the moment against the second new ball.
And Graham Dilly getting quite a lot of pace there. Bounce, and Jeff Lawson not really behind it at all, and slices it over the top of the slips. Not the first one we've seen go over the slips this match.
Good hostile bowling by Graham Dilly. What a marvellous start to the second new ball.
43 runs behind Australia at the moment, 268 for 7. Well bowled. Indeed, that must be out. Umpire Ken Palmer has raised his finger and Bob Willis has broken through again. There's a good delivery, beaten for pace, Lawson, and movement off the seam, I suspect. Fast bowlers union, I suppose, doesn't allow for one to whistle past Lily's nose. And 4 runs. We had a couple of good batting performances in Australia last summer, Dennis Lilly. Good shot. Anyone who's been of the opinion that Ian Botham's not fast enough to bowl a bouncer would have it reinforced by that stroke from Ray Bright.
And this is not a wicket to bowl bounces on when you're Botham's pace. Look at Ray Bright there, up in the air, plenty of time to pull it from outside the off stump.
If Ian Botham is trying to bounce out either or both of these tail enders, those 2 strokes from Ray Bright in this over should have given him a new insight into bowling on a 4-day-old pitch here. Not only is Ray Bright a tough character, but he's very quick to seize on the chance to pick up runs. Good defensive player, but he's also a good player off the back foot.
Very slow delivery this, and very short. And look at the amount of time Ray Bright has got, even got time to get away from the ball and give it a full swing of the bat.
.311 England. So Australia now within 11 of that figure.
Good shot. Fine shot by Ray Bright takes Australia into the lead on the first innings. And after those early moments of playing and missing and edging, Ray Bright now finding the middle of the bat. Well, whatever it was that got him, it was not turned, certainly. The ball pitched well up to the bat. Maybe the pressure of the close fielders. Now there's a chance gone for Ray Bright. He was well established. 33 he'd scored. Seen off the quick bowling and then fell to a shot which was played across the line.
Ray Bright here, feeling that the ball was going down the leg side, has thrown his foot right across and has given the umpire a very good view of that one.
So that's the score at the fall of the Australian 9th wicket. Just 3 runs they lead England on the first innings.
And that's not the hand you want hit if you're one of the bowlers in the Australian side. He strained a muscle in the first innings, hamstring, and that's a nasty blow. Just on the top of the thumb or the forefinger. Whatever it is, it's not going to make him bowl any better. Some very ordinary bowling out there this morning as regards line and length. Peter Willie came into this match with a very badly bruised forefinger, the right hand, and now looked as though he's got more problems, and he will go off the field. Chasing that away down that long leg, looks as though he's strained a hamstring. Chasing. That produced the desired result, but it might also produce something for Bob Willis when he gets out there. 3:45 all out now. 40 to Lilly, unbeaten. Alderman out for 5. Caught Taylor, bowled Willis. 3:45, that's a good effort from the Australians after losing Marsh and Lawson early on. Marsh 47 and Lawson 5. And good partnerships between Bright and Lilly, and then Lilly and Alderman at the end. I thought Lilly played extremely well there today. He showed his experience. He played carefully between mid-off and mid-on, or let the ball go through to the keeper, or hoiked it away on the onside. And that 40 not out's a just reward for some good thinking out there in the centre. Look at that last line there. Byes 6, leg byes 11, wide 6 and no balls 32. My word, they have done something to us with that front foot no ball law. 32 of them. That's the way they break down. Bob Willis and Graham Dilley, 28 to Willis, 14 to Dilley, and 4 wides as well. You can't blame the front foot law for the wides. And Ian Botham, 2 wides as well. But 42 no balls in that Australian innings. The bowling figures: Willis 3 for 50, Dilley 3 for 106, Botham 2 for 71, and Embury 2 for 35. And that's significant, that last line: 25 overs, 12 maidens, 2 for 35, because John Embury may have the chance of spinning against the Australians on the final day when the pitch is taking most turn. Well, England began 34 behind in their second innings. Gooch and Boycott, the openers, and we pick up play now in the first over. It's the third ball. Dennis Lilly is the bowler, and he's bowling to Gooch. In the commentary box is Bob Simpson, and with him, Tony Lewis.
Useful ball, well played. Played it down and found the gap between the range of slips and gullies. 3 to Gooch. And England's second innings underway. Jeff Boycott off the mark. Off the middle. And beautifully straight. 4 excellent runs to Graham Gooch. And this is how he started the first innings of the 60 partnership with Jeff Boycott. Graham Gooch was responsible for 44. Oh, well bowled. Well, that really was a touch of the old Dennis Lilly. Graham Gooch beaten for pace there. And a beautiful line on or about the off stump. Bit of high-speed cricket that. Quite a fast ball from Dennis Lilly, and beautifully glanced or glided by Graham Gooch. Absolutely raced away towards the boundary. Dennis Lilly, he does seem to be running in a bit this second innings.
Yes, he's certainly bowling faster than I've seen him for some time, and working off his long run. Obviously, the warmer up he had when he was batting has helped him immensely. Of course, also boosted his confidence, and I think that's the big thing. He's also had a good bowl in the first innings, and with Dennis these days only playing so irregular and virtually only in Test match, I just wonder perhaps he's not short of a run occasionally.
Ray Bright, the fielder. 2 to Gooch. Nicely played. Good, confident stroke of the front foot by Graham Gooch. And this very much the pattern of England's first innings. What a good ball. Comes back and keeps low, and that's too much for Graham Gooch. Just his second ball, and already Jeff Lawson has struck.
That's a fascinating stroke by Graham Gooch, who 95% of the time pushes forward, whether the ball is up or short. And here he is now with the pace men coming on, going back and being well trapped, LBW.
So England yet to cancel out the first innings lead of 34 taken by Australia. 31 for 1, and that brings Bob Woolmer to the wicket.
It's not far away, that one.
Confident appeal here from Terry Alderman. Bob Woolmer going forward and very close, perhaps just striking him outside the line of the off stump.
Well, I think we can guarantee that wasn't out. It was a tremendous appeal from Terry Alderman, but Bob Woolmer just managed to get the middle of the bat on it. Young England fan. Rosettes and the lot. Plus Chocky Biscuit. Just short of Rod Marsh.
One going down the leg side, and Boycott perhaps coming too far in, leaving his bat outside his pad, and Marsh covering a lot of distance and stopped the delivery, no catch.
Woolmer taken straight.
Very late decision by Bob Woolmer to play a shot here. He's going to let it go, and it's come back on him and got himself in a very awkward position, rather lucky to get away with it.
Another no ball. This really has been an extraordinary match. There have been 65 no balls in the whole match. Away it goes, off the middle of the bat, and some relief for Bob Woolmer, who struggled to find his fluency. Dennis Lilly, yet again taking time off, but for the pleasure of the public. And now brought into action by Jeff Boycott. Two more to Boycott. 15 not out. He's given him maybe full toss. It was certainly well up and looked to trap Bob Woolmer on the boot.
There goes the ball, and I think it's the pace that's done him as much as anything. That's hit him full toss, fairly well, just by the bottom of the pad. And pretty well in front there.
Well, poor Bob Woolmer. 9 runs. And delighted Kim Hughes. .55 for 2. As elegant a start as you can get to any innings of the first ball, faced by David Gower.
Any young people watching, see the beautiful balance there.
Well, Australia demanded that. It was more than an appeal. They looked all so certain and all so desperately disappointed. Absolute disbelief by Jeff Lawson.
And here's that delivery. And it's a useful delivery, but I think the answer is there. The ball pitches just outside the leg stump. There's no doubt it would have hit the middle, but it definitely pitched outside the leg stump, in which case you can't be LBW.
Delightful. 4 runs. Object lesson to many a schoolboy and a great delight to their parents.
And the great thing is how little movement there is there. In fact, that was a bit wide, but he struck it beautifully.
Well, there you are. That's the danger area, but if you're going to flash, flash hard. So the gap, and along the ground. Not much rough in the middle of the bat. Good chase there by Jeff Lawson, the Australian fielder. 2 to Boycott, not quite middled. Boycott 24 not out. That's a better shot.
And this will be nice and encouraging for Jeff Boycott, this. Couple of fairly gentle full tosses he's had so far. But I think Ray Bright looking perhaps for that little bit of rough outside the leg stump to the right-hander.
Oh, and finds it.
And as I was just saying, that little bit of rough outside, and look at that one turn. My goodness me. Very interesting.
Beautiful stroke that. Didn't really hit that. He just caressed it away through the covers off the back foot. He was always in control of the stroke there. 100 comes up. 102 for 2 now. And for his own century, Geoffrey Boycott needs another 67. Shot. Minimum of effort there. .50 partnership now between Gower and Boycott. 29 to go. Kept that down beautifully. Three more to Boycott. Trevor Chappell, the fielder. And Boycott goes now to 40, 112 for 2. Lovely stroke that. It's good footwork and nice timing, but the splendid thing about it was the placement. Didn't have much room to move there.
Boycott very quick here to seize on the fact it's a half volley. 1 foot down the wicket and picked that position beautifully. Marvellous place for the ball, Jeff Boycott.
Four runs, beautifully picked up by David Gower. Dyson retrieves it, but Gower, perfect timing.
This is that magnificent hook shot of David Gower. Two big things about it. First, his ability to pick the fact up. It was short, but more importantly, he picked the line up so beautifully. And he was then able to get into superb position.
And a lot of disappointed Australians out there now.
Bit of more flight this time. Certainly pad, very difficult always to see with any bat to it at all.
Now there'll be 1 or 2 people around the ground hoping that Boycott manages to get 4 to get 50 tonight, but I reckon the most will be hoping he'll stay there to make that 100 tomorrow. Boycott himself settles for 1.
And that was the final run of the day. Ray Bright bowling a maiden right at the very end. 129 for 2. England in their second innings. The men out Gooch for 20. A good delivery that from Jeff Lawson. And Bob Woolmer out to a full toss from Terry Alderman. I thought Jeff Boycott batted extremely well this afternoon. He stroked the ball well, showed good defence right at the top of his form. And David Gower, full marks to him because he was having all sorts of trouble with Raymond Bright bowling into the rough outside his off stump. The Australian bowlers, they struggled a bit there. Dennis Lilly hasn't taken a wicket in this test match yet. 11 overs, 3 maidens done for 35, off a short run today and at reduced pace. Jeff Lawson 1 for 20, bowled well again. Alderman 1 for 42. And the lead for England now at the close of the 4th day. They are 95 runs ahead with 8 second innings wickets in hand. Can we get a match out of this? Well, it's not all that easy because we lost those 4 hours, which is tragic, towards the start of the test match, and it's very, very difficult for either side now to get a result. The only ones I can see coming out of it are a draw, which is the logical one, or England, if they get a run on their batting tomorrow, with Boycott doing extremely well, and then they have John Embury bowling well on a pitch that is taking a little bit of spin. But the odds, I'm afraid, must be a little bit on a draw. The interest, well, Geoffrey Boycott, in his 100th test match, can he notch 3 figures? He was going so well today, well, I wouldn't put anything past him, and I think probably it's in his mind as he goes to sleep tonight.